And with us now we have two other Bronx Journal reporters, Gustavo Arduz and Barbara Torres, who have joined us to continue our interview with Commissioner Linares. It's a pleasure having both of you here, guys. Let's start with you, Gustavo. You have been writing a story for the Bronx Journal about day laborers.
Yeah,
it's an issue here in the city. Ask the commissioner about day laborers, I'm sure.
Commissioner, some statistics show that most of the day laborers are Latinos, but especially Mexicans. What do you think about that?
Well, I'm very familiar with day laborers, and they are some of the most vulnerable, if not the most vulnerable workers that we have, because of the danger that comes with the type of job that they do, mostly many of them in the construction industry. I have been working through my office with some of the organizations that assist and provide support to them, particularly in Brooklyn and in Queens, where the largest concentration of day laborers are, but also in Staten Island. And in the past year, I chair a commission that was created by legislation of the City Council and a law that was signed by Mayor Bloomberg, establishing a temporary commission to study the feasibility of establishing centers in the city of New York to help serve these vulnerable workers. And we're finalizing the work of this commission to make recommendation to the mayor and the city council. In the process, we also, at the end of last year, and particularly this year, current year, when we saw the laborers that were working in construction and also in scaffolds, falling from scaffold and dying and also getting injured, we mobilized and went to the mayor, and the mayor, at the request of two deputy mayors, Carlos Robles Roman and Dr. Ruff, decided to create a task force to address the issue of the danger these workers had working on scaffolds, hanging scaffolds of buildings. The result was a recommendation to create an initiative where the law is now being enforced by the Department of Buildings. $6 million were dedicated to really put into action a plan to make sure that employers train these workers before they step on the scaffold and give them the equipment that they need to have, and also a campaign to help educate them so that we can save their life and prevent injuries. So those are examples of how I've been working on this particular issue. But one day laborer getting killed is one too many. And so we have to do everything we can to make sure, because they are the workforce that's helping and responding to the construction boom that we have in the city of New York. Without workers and immigrant workers, the economy of this city will collapse. And we have to protect them because they're here helping us in the city of New York. And so that's part of the mandate that we have.
Barbara.
Commissioner, many people marry for green cards. Where do you stand on this?
Well, first of all, everything that we do as a city and as a government needs to be within the confine of the law.
Right.
We need to be guided and operate within that frame of mind. You're referring to a process where someone is petitioning to change their status if they're here undocumented. That is a federal matter. And anyone that feels that by using false information they will help themselves is mistaken. Any lawyer or anyone that recognizes that you need to respect the laws, the federal laws, the state laws, and the municipal laws, the local laws that we have, would never advise anyone to do anything other than to present themselves with the truth, whatever that truth may be. That's my advice as an immigrant, as someone that helped immigrants about 40 years. I'm giving myself away, my age here. But I say to anyone, you know, whatever it is, you're better off walking your path with the truth, whatever that may be, and people will respect that, and chances are that if you're looking for the federal government, of the authorities of this country, to give you the discretion of staying here or giving you a status that you're looking, it is with the truth. Because if you can get caught very easily.
It's also very risky. It's
and,
very easy to get caught
absolutely.
nowadays.
And once you are caught with something other than the truth, then there is no turning point. There's no way overcoming.